Well, hello. It's Wednesday, May 24th. Excuse me, May 23rd. It's about a month since last video was made. You can see how well this is a Princess of the Patio tomato, which is now approximately 24 inches in height. In the future, I don't think I'm going to grow this tomato, even though it is a determinate style tomato. It's just going to get too large. The growth has been phenomenal. We've had to keep raising the fluorescent lamp, basically a ring, which is about a ½ inch virtually every day. And I just feel like it's getting too large. It's not going to cap out for at least another foot, so I think it's just getting a little too far away from the other plants here. These two Italian basils. Actually, this is a Genovese. That's a traditional Italian. So next year, I'm just going to grow this other guy you see back here, which is a patio princess. I know it's a little confusing, but this is more of a bush style one. It's been in the hydroponics for about a week, growing rapidly, and that's really not going to get larger than about 18 to 22 inches. So it'll actually be smaller than this one is now when it's capped out and producing fruit. Like I said, two basils are growing well. I'm not really sure at this point whether the hydroponic deep water culture setup here is the reason why this basil is growing so much faster than the other basil here. I'm going to try next year to supplement the perlite and the nutrients with some peat moss, which I've read in a couple different places is probably a good idea. So to give it a true test, when I say next year, I mean more like the fall. By the time this one dies off, we'll start another one, and we'll see whether that's more effective. And if it's not at that point, then then the auto pot system, I think, will make its way into the garage and the storage area, and I'll try supplementing this area with another deep water culture. So another Italian basil here. It's been in the hydroponic deep water culture for the same amount of time as the tomato, both growing well. So it's I'm pretty happy with the way that this has gone so far. Everything else you can see, unfortunately I haven't been able to clear the area where I wanted to plant yet. I'm hoping that that gets done this weekend. If not, I'm gonna have to pick a couple of each variety and put them in pots like we did in the apartment, and hold off on planting in the ground until next year, which is disappointing. You see some of these cucumbers and the eggplants are just enormous at this point. Same thing goes for this watermelon here. So that'll be disappointing, but what are you gonna do? I would say that let's see, these are almost exclusively peppers, tomato, and a couple of basil here. The real difference has been since I got, I'm going to put this down for a second. Since I got this seeding heating pad, I'm not sure you can see it. It raises the soil temperature by about 20 to 25 degrees. Before that, the peppers and tomatoes just refused to come up, regardless of where I put them in the basement here. Temperature never got below 63 degrees in the basement here ever, but it just was not enough to germinate. I bought this about 3 weeks ago, and since then you can see virtually all the seedlings have sprouted, and in some cases where I had to replant, you now see 2 seedlings have come up in a couple places. So it was a good lesson learned, and I don't think we'll have any problem germinating seeds from now on, which is a relief. So, alright, hopefully the next time I check in with you, my fears of not being able to plant outside, this is an imperial pepper, will have been unfounded, and you know, we'll have some substantial growth. I would think by the end of June, a lot of the plants, if we do get them outside, especially the eggplant, watermelon, and the cucumbers, will probably have fruit already. So, all right, signing off.